Do I look different or stupid looking to you? This is why I'm vegan. What is it that we fear most in our lives? What is our greatest fear? Death. Death is our greatest fear. So why then do we cause such death and suffering in the world? Why do we fill our shopping trolleys full of the death of other animals? We fill them full of dead bodies. And we know from the science, and we hear it every day, flesh, meat, dairy, these foods that we call them, are bad for our health. But yet we still continue to eat these foods. We fill our lives full of meaning that has no meaning, full of thoughts that have no meaning, full of knowledge that has no meaning. Why do we keep filling our lives full of such death? People ask me, well, it's great being vegan, but what are you doing for humans? You go on about the suffering of animals, but what are you doing for humans? I'm vegan for humanity. I'm vegan for the animals. Now, if that doesn't make any sense, I'll give you the context. We know from science, from looking at documentaries that we get shown, animal agriculture to produce animal products is the leading cause of climate change, of loss of biodiversity on this planet. More so, leading to climate change more so than fossil fuels. So, if you produce food, animal products, that lead to the extinction of your own species, then yes, veganism is for humans as well. Because if you don't have a planet to live on, then your species will go extinct. There isn't anywhere else for us to live. Although you hear about we're going to the moon, we're going to Mars. This is not true, and it's distractions from the reality that you're living in. Why live a life filled with causing so much death and destruction when the thing that you fear most is death? Why force it on others? Whenever I hear that veganism is some sort of new religion being forced down my throat, every time I open the internet or wherever it is you are, all you ever hear about or all you ever see is veganism is being forced on us. I hear nature is blood red in tooth and claw. Nature is blood red in tooth and claw? And yes, I partly understand why people say this. How many times do we see on the TV another documentary, nature documentary, perhaps narrated by someone like David Attenborough, of footage of perhaps animals killing each other? The lion hunting and tearing apart some animal on the plain of the Sahara. And a lion does this because nature intended it to. That's all it knows. But where is the footage of the slaughterhouses? How often in marketing do you ever see the result of your actions? When you buy a product. This animal that has become just a product. Where's the footage of the slaughterhouse? The animal being delivered in trucks, being electrocuted with stun batons to get them to move off the trucks because they are aware of what's coming, being sent into a building. What species would firstly think up a building called the slaughterhouse? What species would actually build the slaughterhouse? What species on this planet causes all the suffering and death? Is it the animal kingdom, or is it human beings? When I see, well, it's animals, they kill each other in the wild, and they do these terrible things. So that means that I can. What species? Is it the animal kingdom or the human species that causes all the suffering on the planet? I don't believe that the human species is part of the animal kingdom, or is there an animal anymore? We are the ones who keep doing the killing and causing the suffering. We are the ones that have built the gas chambers. Firstly, we built them to put animals in them, to kill them. Then we put humans in them. In the Second World War, the Nazis killed millions of people in gas chambers. That was the Holocaust, the human Holocaust. And then what happened when the war ended? We put the animals back into the gas chambers and have kept doing that every year. We're living still today in a Holocaust, the Holocaust of animals. 80 billion land animals killed every year. 1 trillion marine animals killed every year. We're emptying the oceans for what? We're making the life inhospitable to live on this planet. Why? We must be the most stupid species that has ever existed in this universe. The species only deserving of extinction is the human species. If you think about it, if the human species was removed right now, this moment that you're watching this video, would there be any negative consequences if we all disappeared like that? Or would there only be positive consequences for the rest of the world? There'd be no more pollution of the air, no more pollution of the soil, no more pollution of the water. Greed would be gone. There would be no more gas chambers. There would be no more Holocaust. That would be a good day, I think. So this is why I'm vegan. I'm vegan for the animals. I'm not vegan for humans because I don't think we deserve to be here. Because we are the ones that have industrialized slaughter, industrialized rape, industrialized murder. We take away human babies from their mothers, we rape their mothers, and we kill the babies. In the dairy industry, we rape women, cows. We take away their babies. We kill their babies in front of the women, cows. We take their milk, and once in their short lives they're done producing the milk that they produce, we kill them. They're sent to the slaughterhouse. Just like all animals in animal agriculture, they eventually are murdered. And I ask you, how can you humanely rape? How can you humanely murder a baby? How can you humanely murder? For what? For what? Consider perhaps eating a diet that will not lead to the extinction of your species. And if you want to know what a vegan eats to stay healthy and cause the least suffering, a lifestyle that leads to the least suffering and death on this planet, then I recommend a diet based on rice, fruit and sugar. You won't be sending animals to a slaughterhouse. You won't be paying another human being to all day, every day, slice the throats of animals that feel and see just like you and I. You won't be paying for murder. No matter how old or young you are, there is always time to change your behaviour. There's always time for atonement. It doesn't matter who you are or what you believe in. Just make the world a better place. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does cost millions and billions and trillions of other animals their lives. I don't think that's worth it, and I don't think that's fair. So just think about it. It's easy. Just go vegan. Do it for the animals. Perhaps do it for your grandchildren. Because at the end of the day, they won't have a planet to live on. And I don't think a planet that continues to be full of rape and torture and murder is a planet worth living on. So yes, I recommend a diet of rice, fruit and sugar. It'll save your health, and it'll save the lives of so many. Thanks for your time.